Okay.
Persian queens wear glasses, but Megillah readers wear glasses.
Well, why do you think I got these with
40
my
euro.
prescription?
Yeah, right.
Because it's from the period.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
of course. They're wonderful. Those are really great. Okay, so you let me know what you want me to do.
Yeah, the scroll is right there.
Okay.
Actually, what I realized is that the first chapter is going to be from this version.
Okay.
Then chapter 2 will be you and me 3 from the scroll.
Great.
And then I'll do the rest of it from here.
Okay, so do you want me to follow on the scroll for the chapter 1 or no?
No.
Okay.
Just for 3.
Just 3. Perfect. Then I'll sit down.
Okay.
Just call me into service as you need.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Chag Sameach, everyone. We're going to get ready to get started. Thank you, everyone, for your flexibility in regards to the dinner and being able to get back up here. That's so wonderful. There's going to be a couple of different things you're going to need for tonight. The first is we're going to be doing 2 chapters traditionally from the scroll. And so when we do those chapters, chapter 2 and chapter 3, we're going to be following along in the 5 Megillot booklet. If you need one of them, they're over on the cart right around the corner here. In addition to that, there's also our Purim song sheets for this year, for this evening. So if you need one of those, they're also over there. And then, of course, our groggers. Let's do one quick sound test for the groggers. Ready and go. Okay, seems to all work very nicely. Very good. Thank you. So, like I mentioned, we're going to do chapters 2 and 3 from the scroll. The other chapters are either going to be summarized or we're going to do them in English, but with the Megillah tune, with the Megillah trope. And I have that here. While we do those, please feel free to either just listen or to read the English at your leisure in the 5 Megillot booklet as well. And then we will be singing the songs in between everything. So without further ado, let us get started with Purim of the Caribbean, our Megillah reading. We'll start with the Megillah blessings and then begin with the singing of the English version of chapter 1. Here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav etzivanu al mikra Megillah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Once upon a time, in the time of Achashverosh, now this was the Achashverosh whose empire extended all the way from India to Ethiopia. In the 3rd year of his reign, in the capital city of Shushan, he threw a huge party for all his ministers and his chief servants, just to impress them with his fantastic wealth and greatness. This party lasted 7 full days. Everyone had all they could eat and drink from beautiful golden dishes, including some the invaders took from our holy temple. The festivities went on and on and on and on and on. And on the 7th day, when the king was pretty shicker, he called for Queen Vashti to dance before the whole crowd, dressed in only her crown. Now Vashti was no coward, but when she refused, the king's rage boiled over. Vashti was fired as the queen and banished from Shushan forever. Not long afterward, when the king sobered up, he wondered what to do for a new queen. His ministers advised him to have a beauty contest, so the most gorgeous women in the whole empire would be his new queen. Okay, now we're going to do chapter 2. What page is it on? Page 91 in the booklet. What page is it in the scroll?
I'm not sure if I have the same book as you guys. 91.
Okay. Great, thank you.
Achar hadvarim haele kesoch amat hamelech Achashverosh zachar vet Vashti asher asata vet asher nigzar aleha ve'omru ne'arei hamelech mishartav v'yivakshu lamelech na'aro betulo tovot mareh Vayivkon hamelech bikini b'chomerim malchutav vayikbetzu. Oops. And called a betula tovat mareh et Shushan habira el bein anashim el yad hagai sris hamel shomer anashim Benatot Amrukehem Banera Asher Tita Bnei Hamelech Timloch Tachat Vashti Baitav Hadvar Bnei Hamelech Vayaschen Ish Yudi Haya B'Shushan Habira Ushmo Mordechai Ben Yair Ben Shimi Ben Kish Yishimini Asher Hagla Mirushalayim Em Hagola Asher Haglata Em Yechonya Melech Yehuda Asher Hagla Nebuchadnezzar Melech Bavel Vayhi Omen Et Hadassah He Esther Batodo ki en la avaim Vanera Yefator Tovat Mareh Uvamot Avia Veima Lakacha Mordechai Lo Levat Vayhi Bishamad Dvar HaMelech Vidato Uvhikabetz Narot Rabot El Shushana Biral Yad Hagai Vatila Kach Esther El Beit HaMelech El Yad Hagai Shomer Anashim Vatita Vanera Beinav ותשלח חסד לפניו, ויבהל את תמרוקיה, את מנותיה, לתלה ואת שבע הנערות הראויות לתלה מבית המלך, וינשניה את נערותיה לתוך בית הנשים. לא הגידה אסתר את עמה ואת מולדתה, כי מרדכי ציווה עליה אשר לא תגיד. ובכל יום ויום מרדכי מתהלך לפני חצר בית הנשים, לדעת את שלום אסתר ומה יעשה בה. ובהגיע תור נערה ונערה לבוא אל מלך אחשוורוש, מקץ היות לה כדת הנשים, 12 חודש, כי כן ימלאו ימי מרוקיהם 6 חודשים בשמן המור, ו6 חודשים באב שמיים, ובתמרוקי הנשים. ובזה ונראה בעת אל המלך את כל אשר תאמר, יינתן לה לבוא עמה מבית הנשים עד בית המלך. בערב היא באה, ובבוקר היא שבה אל בית הנשים, שני אל יד שאשגיז ריס המלך שומר ופילגשים. לא תעבוד אור אל המלך, כי אל חפץ במלך ונקרא בשם. ובהגיע תור אסתר בת אביחיל דור מרדכי, אשר לקח לו לבת לבוא אל מלך, לא ביקשה דבר, כי אין אשר יאמר. הנה שריס המלך שומר הנשים, ותהי אסתר נושאת חן, ובעיני כל רואיה. ותילקח אסתר אל מלך אחשוורוש, אל בית מלכותו בחודש אנשירהו, והוא חודש טבת בשנת 7 למלכותו. ויאהב המלך את אסתר מבין הנשים, ותישא חן וחסד לפניו מכל בתולות, וישם כתר מלכות בראשה, וימליכיה תחת ושתי. ותעש המלך משתה גדול לכל שריו ועבדיו, את משתה אסתר, ונחלים דינות עשה, ויתן משעת ביד המלך, ובהיקבץ בתולות שנים. מרדכי ישב בשער המלך, אין אסתר מאגדת מולדתה את עמה, כאשר ציווה עליה מרדכי, ואת מאמר מרדכי אסתר עשה, כאשר הייתה באמנה איתו. בימים ההם ומרדכי יושב בשער המלך, וכתב בגתן ותרש סריסי המלך משומרי הסף, ויבקשו לשלוח יד במלך אחשוורוש, ויוודע הדבר למרדכי, ויגד לאסתר למלכה, ותאמר אסתר למלך בשם מרדכי, ויבקש הדבר וימצא, ויתעלו שניהם אל עץ, וייכתב בספר דברי הימים לפני המלך.
Okay, Yasher Koach. Before we continue with chapter 3, let's go ahead and turn to our song sheets. We're going to do the first song because chapter 2 introduced Esther and the idea that she became the queen, and not only the queen, but the Jewish queen of Shushan. So For those who know Gilbert and Sullivan, and specifically Pirates of Penzance, this is a parody of Pirate King, which is called I Am a Jewish Queen. So please go ahead and sing along as best as you can, and we're going to go on page 1 of our song sheet. Here we go. Oh, better far to live and die under the blue star flag I fly than play a sanctimonious part with a Jewish head and a Jewish heart. Away to the gallows goes Haman, where he will soon be put upon. And even though I remain unseen, I'll live and die a Jewish queen. For I am a Jewish queen, and I am a glorious being to be a Jewish queen. For I am a Jewish queen, and I am a glorious being to be a Jewish queen. I am, hurrah for the Jewish queen, hurrah for the Jewish queen. When I sally forth to seek my prey, I help myself in a royal way. I trick a few more men, it's true, than a well-bred monarch ought to do. But many a king on their first-class throne, if he wants to call his crown his own, must manage somehow to get through less dirtier work than ever I do. For I am a Jewish queen, and I am a glorious being to be a Jewish queen. For I am a Jewish queen, and I am a glorious being to be a Jewish queen. I am, hurrah for the Jewish queen, hurrah for the Jewish queen. Okay, now we're going to continue with chapter 3. Which will also be done traditionally in Hebrew from the scroll. We are on the bottom of page 94. Right there. Okay. Yeah. What's that? Yes. Get the groggers ready, because this is where we start using them. Okay. אחר הדברים האלה גידל המלך אחשוורוש את המן בן המדת ההגגי וינשאהו וישם את כיסו מעל כל השרים אשר איתו וכל עבדי המלך אשר בשער המלך קוראים ומשתחווים להמן. כי כן ציווה לו המלך ומרדכי לא יקרא ולא ישתחווה ויאמרו עבדי המלך אשר בשער המלך למרדכי מדוע אתה עובר את מצוות המלך ויהי כאומרם אליו יום ויום ולא שמע עליהם ויגידו להמן לראות היעמדו דברי מרדכי כי הגיד להם אשר הוא יהודי וירא המן כי אין מרדכי קורא ומשתחווה לו וימלא המן חמה ויבז בעיניו לשלוח יד במרדכי לבדו כי הגידו לו את עם מרדכי ויבקש המן להשמיד את כל היהודים אשר בכל מלכות אחשוורוש עם מרדכי בחודש הראשון הוא חודש ניסן בשנת 12 למלך אחשוורוש הפיל פור הוא הגורל לפני המן מיום ליום ומחודש לחודש 12 הוא חודש אדר ויאמר המן למלך אחשוורוש ישנו עם אחד, מפוזר ומפורד בין העמים, בכל מדינות מלכותך, ודתיהם שנות מכולם, ותתי המלך אינם עושים, ולמלך אין שווה להניחם. אם על המלך טוב ייכתב לאבדם, ו10,000 כיכר כסף. אשכול על ידי עושה המלאכה, להביא על גנזי המלך, ויעשר המלך את טבעתו מעל ידו, ויתנה להמן. בן עמדת הגגית צורר היהודים, ויאמר המלך להמן, הכסף נתון לך, והעם לעשות בו כטוב בעיניך, ויקראו סופרי המלך בחודש הראשון, ב13 יום בו, וייכתב ככל אשר ציווה המן. אל אשתפר פני המלך, ועל הפחות אשר על מדינה ומדינה, ועל שרי עם ועם, מדינה ומדינה ככתבה, ועם ועם כלשונו, בשם המלך אחשוורוש נכתב, ונחתם בטבעת המלך, ונשלוח ספרים ביד הרצים אל כל מדינות המלך, להשמיד, להרוג ולאבד את כל היהודים. מנער ועד זקן, טף ונשים ביום אחד, ב13 לחודש 12 הוא חודש אדר, ושללם לבוז, פת שגן הכתב, להינתן דת בכל מדינה ומדינה, גלוי לכל העמים, להיות עתידים ליום הזה. הרצים יצאו דחופים בדבר המלך, והדת ניתנה בשושן הבירה, והמלך והמן ישבו לשתות, והעיר שושן נבוכה. Okay. Moving forward, the rest of the chapters, again, will be done with the English version with the trope. So if you want to read the English as we do that, then please go ahead and feel free. But before we move on to the next chapter, let's go back to our song sheet once again. And let's go to the bottom section of page 2. What are we going to do with Haman? And I think, that, yes. And I think you'll all recognize this pirate type of tune. Here we go. What will we do with the evil Haman? What will we do with the evil Haman? What will we do with the evil Haman? Early in the morning, way hey, and up he rises, way hey, and up he rises, way hey, and up he rises early in the morning. Make him bow down to Mordecai, make him bow down to Mordecai, make him bow down to Mordecai early in the morning. Way hey, and up he rises, way hey, and up he rises, way hey, and up he rises early in the morning. He and his sons will swing at morning, he and his sons will swing at morning, he and his sons will swing at morning, early in the morning. Way hey, and up he rises, way hey, and up he rises, way hey, and up he rises early in the morning. Let me have a sip on courtesy of the men's club. 1 second. Okay. What's that? Yeah, that's right, exactly. It is a halakhic requirement on Purim to partake in libations if you are old enough. So, okay, moving on to the next few chapters. Now when the Jews heard this, they thought they were doomed for sure. But Mordecai got a message to Esther. He said, "You have a chance to change the course of history. Go for it. Go talk to the king. This may be the work of the Holy One of Israel. You may have become queen just so you'd have the chance to save your people." Now Esther was terrified because if she went to the king without being invited, the king might get mad and kill her. But she decided to do it. So Esther, dressed in her snappiest low-cut queen outfit, and she walked into the throne room uninvited. She went up to the king on his throne, and she went down on her knees, and the king was glad to see her. And the king said, "Esther, baby, good to see you. You look great. What can I give you? Ask for anything and you can have it. Up to 50% of the whole kingdom." Queen Esther said, "My king, I'd like you to come to a special little party in my part of the palace. Just you and me, dear king. And oh yes, just for fun, please bring Haman." All right, let's once again go back to the song sheet for a second, to page 3 at the bottom. A couple of years ago during the pandemic, there was a sea shanty, a pirate song called The Wellerman that became really popular. Some of you might know it. So if you know it, that is the basis for this next song. So please sing along and join us. Here we go. There once was a girl that put to court. Her Jewish identity did not report. Her cousin led her to the king. Oh, blow, my bully boys, blow. Soon Mordecai drew nigh to foil a plot against the king on high. One day Haman will cry, he'll take his leave and go. When Haman sought to kill the Jews, Queen Esther told the king the news, and Mordecai was given his dues. Oh, blow, my bully boys, blow. And now our story is done, a happy ending for everyone. That's why our Purim is fun, and let us say, there you go. That night, the king had insomnia, so he called for the court records to be read out loud so that he could be bored to sleep. The story was told of how Mordecai reported on the plot against the king. The king said, "Wait a minute, this guy saved my life, and we never did anything for him. Think. Okay, no good ideas. Is anybody else around?" And Haman, by coincidence, just happened to be hanging around near the king's chambers in the middle of the night. So the king called him in and asked, what should be done for a man the king has decided to honor? And Haman, in his typical self-absorbed, narcissistic way of thinking, thought he must mean me. So he said, such a man should be dressed in the king's robes and sat upon the king's best horse and paraded through the city, led by someone who calls out over and over, "This is a man the king is delighted to honor." So the king said, "Excellent idea. Do it for Mordecai. You will be the one to lead the horse through the streets. Make it so let it be written, so let it be done." And so the next night, after the end of a very, very, very long day, Haman dragged himself home and told the whole pathetic story to his wife and followers. His wife said, "What? You want to whack this guy? Are you out of your mind? Forget about it. This is not a coincidence. This dude is nothing but trouble. His karma will run over your dogma." But at that very moment, the king's guards came knocking on the door to escort Haman. To that fateful dinner. And so the king and Haman went to Esther's party. The king was in a good mood and said to Esther, "Tell me, dear queen, what do you want now? It shall be my royal command." And Esther cried out, "Save my life. Someone is trying to murder me and all my people. Save me, save me. Oh, please, please save me." And the king shouted, "Who, what, where? Who could do such a terrible thing?" And Esther said, "This one, the evil one, Haman." Now the evil one could see that he had a problem and bowed down to beg for mercy, but he just happened to trip over Esther's gown, pulling it down, and he landed right on top of Esther. And the king said, "What? How dare you try to make whoopee with the queen? Get your hands off the royal assets. Boy, you in a heap of trouble." He gave orders, and guards came with handcuffs and chains and very unfriendly expressions and took away Haman. At that moment, just by coincidence, one of the king's ministers came in and said, "Excuse me, your majesty, what do you want to do with the gallows in front of the palace that were built for the Jew Mordecai, the one who saved your life?" And Esther said, "Wait a minute, he's my cousin, not uncle." Then the king said, "What? No more, Mr. Nice Guy. Use the gallows to hang Haman." And so now we will conclude our Megillah reading with the final song in our song sheet on page 4, right in the middle. If you've ever been to Disneyland and have been on the classic Pirates of the Caribbean ride, this is the theme song from that ride, but Purim style. Okay, here we go. Yo ho, a Purim life for me. We eat hamantash and give Esther a woot. Drink up, me hearties, yo-ho. We dress up in costume and don't give a hoot. Drink up, me hearties, yo-ho. Yo-ho, a Purim life for me. We spin the grogger, we hear Haman's name. Drink up, me hearties, yo-ho. We read the Megillah, it all sounds the same. Drink up, me hearties, yo-ho. Yo-ho, a Purim life for me. We kindle and char and flame and ignite. Drink up, me hearties, yo-ho. The Jews desire to put up a fight. Drink up, me hearties, yo-ho. Yo-ho, a Purim life for me. Yo-ho, a Purim life for me. All right, wonderful. I want to invite all of the kids that are here. Please come up on the bima, every single one of you. Come on. We're going to do Havdalah together. Since it is now, Shabbat is over, we will do Havdalah. So all the kids come on up. Okay, everybody, please rise. Lai dai 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 lai dai 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 lai dai 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 lai dai 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei peri hagafen, borei peri hagafen. Lai 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Borei Bnai Vesamim, Borei Minei Vesamim. Lai 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Borei meorei ha'esh, borei meorei ha'esh. Lai 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hamavdil bein kodesh lechol, bein or lechoshech, bein Yisrael la'amim, bein yom hashvi'i, l'sheshet yemei hamaseh. Baruch atah Adonai, hamavdil bein kodesh lechol. Lai 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 Eliyahu Hanavi Eliyahu Hatishbi Eliyahu Eliyahu Hagiladi Bimheira ve'yameinu yavo eleinu Mashiach ben David Mashiach ben David Shavua tov 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 Shavua tov. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Tomorrow morning at 9:30, we will have another family-friendly Megillah reading with our religious school. That'll be here in the sanctuary as well. There will be an oneg after that, so everyone is invited to that tomorrow morning as well. So please join us. Thank you for being here. Chag Purim Sameach. Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol HaYehudim. V'hasechot v'rashanim zmirot v'rikudim. Havana Risha, Rush, 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 Havana Risha, Rush, 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 Havana Risha, Rush, 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 Bahar Rashanim.